Yeah, Mary, as of right now, Pauley is set to be released from prison on Friday unless the families can get Governor Ferguson to change course.
45 years ago, Timothy Pauley walked into SeaTac's Barn Door Tavern with an accomplice and killed 3 people, including Kelly and Angie's dad, Loran.
He chose to open up the cooler and point blank executed our father and Robert, who posed him no harm. They were tied up in a cooler. When he left, there were 5 people dead in his mind, and there was no witnesses. That should be life in prison without any question.
Yet Pauley is days away from freedom.
I realize that I've done these people some irreparable harm, and I'm terribly sorry.
After convincing Governor Jay Inslee he'd been rehabilitated in prison and ordered the release in the last hours of his term.
Were you notified at all?
No, we were not.
There was no communication from former Governor Inslee's office.
They have met with Governor Bob Ferguson, whose office says he is now reviewing this case and says he has the authority to cancel Mr. Pauley's parole. Former King County Sheriff Dave Reichert, who was at the scene of the crime on that June day in 1980, told KOMO News it was grisly. And Pauley's lack of remorse for killing 3 people and leaving 2 others for dead reminded me of serial killers Gary Ridgway and Ted Bundy. They had displayed the same lack of remorse for the many lives they had taken. In this moment, Ferguson has the distinct opportunity to stand up for what's right, to stand up for victims, to hold criminals accountable, to lead.
Do you think he's shown any sort of remorse?
No. There's no remorse. There's no empathy.
Kelly Dowell Tarp and sister Angie Dowell say keeping Pauley locked up would be justice for the crime that shattered their family.
The sisters would not talk about their meeting with Ferguson today. That meeting happened in the middle of the day today down in Olympia. Based on our records, it also does not appear that the former Governor Jay Inslee put out any sort of statement or release at the time when this order was made in January. He had previously blocked Pauley's release. That's the story for now. Live in Seattle, I'm Chris Daniels, KOMO News.